Strategy is everything. Find a proven system. Master the perfect setup. And on the surface, this feels correct. After all, without a system, you have no anchor. You have no map for entry or exit. Every single beginner starts their journey here, chasing the Holy Grail strategy, the flawless formula that promises to eliminate risk and guarantee success. They jump relentlessly from one method to the next, buying every course, every indicator, every secret formula sold under a shadowy promise. Visual, a swirling, chaotic collage of different chart indicators, then a magnifying glass shattering them. But listen closely to the truth whispered by the few who survive and thrive. It's not your strategy that makes you profitable. It is your fierce, unwavering ability to stick to that strategy under pressure. That ability is called discipline. And it is the one unyielding factor that separates the winners from the self-destructing majority in this unforgiving game. You could possess the most accurate, 90% win rate system in existence, meticulously backtested across decades of data. Yet, if you cannot follow the rules of that system when real money, real fear is on the line, you are mathematically guaranteed to fail. Period. Why does this happen? Why do over 90% of intelligent, capable traders still lose money, even when the simple methods they start with are statistically profitable? It is not because the moving average crossover suddenly stopped working. It is because when fear, greed, or crushing frustration entered the picture, they abandoned their blueprint. They cut their winners too soon, clinging desperately to their losers, or they initiated trades that were never, ever part of the core system. That is not a strategy flaw. That is a catastrophic discipline failure. Discipline is the unglamorous, unsexy work that nobody sells courses on. It is not flashy. It has no magic indicators, no secret algorithms, no one weird trick that flips your account overnight. Discipline is boring. It is the dull, daily commitment to doing the same thing, the right way, even when every impulse in your body screams for a deviation. It is following your rule book to the letter, even when your emotions are raging like a storm inside you. It is saying an absolute no to the impulsive trade, a firm no to revenge trading, and a dangerous no to the urge to double your lot size after a lucky win. The harsh truth is that most traders are already equipped with a strategy that could make them profitable. But tragically few possess the mindset required to execute that strategy without constant self-interference. They delude themselves into believing they need more knowledge, more tools, or a more complex system, when the foundational necessity is self-control. Trading is not a game of market prediction. It is a profound test of your ability to control yourself when the market is actively tempting you toward self-destruction. Imagine two traders facing the abyss. Trader A has a hyper-advanced algorithmic strategy, tested over 10 years, flawlessly profitable with surgical entry and exit points. Trader B uses a simple breakout strategy, one anyone could learn in 10 minutes. Now, the twist. Trader A lacks discipline. The moment he takes 2 losses in a row, he starts frantically tweaking the settings, taking unplanned trades and increasing risk out of panic. Trader B, conversely, follows his simple plan with military, robotic precision, never breaking a single rule, regardless of how he feels, regardless of the noise. Who wins in the long run? Trader B, every single time, not because his strategy is better, but because his discipline is stronger. This is the central misconception that traps millions. The belief that results are born from complexity. They think success is hidden in some advanced, technical pattern only a genius can see. But study the truly great traders. Their methods are often breathtakingly simple. Basic support and resistance, trend following, clean breakouts. The complexity resides not in the chart, but in the iron-willed mindset required to apply that simplicity consistently, without the fatal interference of ego and emotion. So, why is discipline such an agonizing fight? Because trading is a psychological battlefield designed to exploit your biology. Every time you click that button, you are fighting thousands of years of human instinct. Your brain is wired for immediate survival, not for the cold, long game of probability. When a trade moves against you, your instinct is to hold on out of hope, because cutting a loss feels like an existential defeat. When a trade is profitable, your instinct is to snatch the gain quickly, protecting what you've secured before it vanishes. These instincts are the exact opposite of what successful trading requires: cutting losses fast and letting winners breathe. Discipline is your only defense. It's not about following rules. It's about successfully fighting your own primal nature. Think about your own history. How many times have you had a flawless plan, only for that plan to disintegrate the moment the position was live? You told yourself 2% risk, but after one big win, you felt invincible and risked 10% on the next trade. You vowed never to move your stop-loss, yet when price came within a tick of it, you dragged it further away, simply because your ego could not accept being wrong. You swore off revenge trading, yet after a loss, you impulsively jumped back in just to get even. These are not minor technical slips. These are discipline failures, and they are the central reason most traders never make it past the amateur stage. The market doesn't punish a bad strategy as much as it punishes a bad attitude and weak will. A trader with discipline and a mediocre strategy can still win in the long run because they control risk, they remain consistent, and they avoid emotional suicide. But a trader with the best strategy in the world and no discipline will blow their account eventually. It is not a matter of if, it is a matter of when. What does this mean for your journey? It means you must stop chasing perfection in your strategy. Stop believing that the next course, the next mentor, or the next secret indicator will be the magic key. None of that matters if you cannot control the chaos inside your own head when the market tests you. The real work of trading is not on the charts. It is in the deepest corridors of your mind. Your success depends entirely on your capacity to execute your plan when every nerve ending tells you to run. Discipline is the foundation, but its structural elements are vast. It's not just about avoiding mistakes. It's about building a mindset of unshakable neutrality. Every flicker of price, every candlestick, every market announcement is a direct test of your self-control. The market is indifferent to your emotions, your needs, or your desire for validation. It is your solemn responsibility to respond correctly, to let logic override emotion. The first step in mastering this is to internalize that trading is not about predicting a specific outcome. It's about executing a statistically validated process under conditions of deep uncertainty. Emotional control is the true, hidden edge. While beginners are fixated on entries and indicators, elite traders spend the majority of their time managing themselves. Fear, greed, and hope are not merely psychological obstacles. They are active saboteurs. Fear makes you hesitate, causing you to wait for confirmation that never comes, letting perfect opportunities evaporate. Greed fuels overtrading, turning one winning trade into an impulsive, high-risk binge. Hope is the deadly delusion that traps you in losing positions, whispering that it'll come back, causing you to violate your stop-loss and court financial disaster. Your discipline is the only thing that gives you everything. Discipline is the courage to do what needs to be done, even when it feels fundamentally wrong. It's taking a loss the instant your rules tell you to, even when your gut screams for a reprieve. It's taking profits according to your plan, even when the market looks poised for a further run. Discipline is consistent action over long periods, trade after trade, day after day. While strategies can be copied, this iron will cannot. It must be forged through relentless, grueling self-mastery. The core of emotional control is neutrality. This means detaching your sense of self-worth from the P&L statement. Neutral traders don't celebrate wins with manic euphoria, and they don't spiral into depression over losses. They follow their rules regardless of the recent outcome, understanding that no single trade defines them. Their self-worth is tied to the quality of their execution. This mindset produces calm, which is the ultimate trading advantage. Calm traders make rational, measured decisions. Panicked traders, driven by emotion, make reckless, irreversible errors. Staying calm when your trade moves against you is easier said than done. Every trader knows that sickening pit in the stomach when the position goes red. That exact moment is the dividing line. Discipline allows you to stick to your plan even when the pain is real. The temptation to move, stops, or chase losses is immense, but every deviation from your rulebook compounds the risk. Traders who master neutrality see the market as it is, not as they desperately wish it to be. The development of this discipline is not an instantaneous flash of insight. It is honed through endless repetition and brutal reflection. Journaling trades, reviewing every mistake, and analyzing your emotional state during decisions are non-negotiable parts of the process. The market does not forgive emotional errors. By meticulously documenting your process, you transform mistakes into profound lessons, converting reactive impulses into conscious awareness. Over time, you learn to anticipate your own emotional flaws and act before those emotions dictate your trades. Risk control is the direct, inevitable byproduct of emotional discipline. Traders who fail inevitably over-leverage, overtrade, and violate position sizing because their actions are driven by impulsive greed and ego. Traders who master discipline know their exact risk, their maximum tolerable loss, and their precise stop-loss location. Discipline ensures that no single catastrophic trade can destroy the account. It creates a bulletproof framework where losses are accepted as temporary, pre-calculated setbacks, not catastrophic failures. This risk-aware mindset is the only path to trading with genuine confidence, even in the most volatile markets. Discipline also permanently dismantles the destructive cycle of revenge trading. A loss triggers anger, frustration, and a compulsive urge to immediately get back the money. These trades are never strategic. They are emotional, and they almost always fail spectacularly. Disciplined traders recognize the trigger, step back immediately, and wait for the next valid setup. They know the market is immune to their anger or impatience. Success is reserved for those who execute the plan, not those who fight the inevitable chaos. Another critical aspect is the cultivation of patience. The market is not your enemy. It is your toughest teacher. Undisciplined traders enter trades because they feel bored, anxious, or eager to just do something. Discipline forces you to wait. It teaches you that the best trades are often the ones you haven't taken yet. Patience reduces mistakes, allows for better positioning, and increases the precision of your entry. Traders who act impulsively miss entries, take suboptimal prices, and unnecessarily increase their risk. Traders who wait, sticking to their ironclad rules, see the market with crystalline clarity and exploit opportunities with surgical precision. Discipline is, ultimately, a form of resilience. The market will never move in a straight line, and losing streaks are a statistical certainty. Traders who lack discipline fold under this pressure. They abandon systems, change strategies based on fear, and allow small losses to spiral out of control. Traders with discipline maintain consistency. They take the inevitable hits, follow the rules, and know that controlled losses are a necessary cost of a larger, long-term profit plan. Resilience is the invisible force that keeps accounts compounding while others quit. In the final analysis, discipline is not merely about avoiding mistakes. It is the engine for creating consistent opportunity. By controlling your emotions, adhering to your rules, and approaching every trade with unshakable neutrality, you place yourself in a position to profit repeatedly. The trader who masters discipline consistently applies their edge, avoids unnecessary risk, and survives the inevitable downturns that destroy the undisciplined. The market rewards patience, consistency, and emotional control more than any technical indicator ever could. Think back on your own journey. How many times has an opportunity slipped by because fear froze you? How often has greed pushed you into 3 unnecessary trades? How often did hope or frustration cause you to deviate from a plan that would have mathematically worked? Every time you answer yes, it is a painful, valuable lesson. Discipline is not a one-time achievement. It is a lifelong practice. Every trade is a test, and every test is an opportunity to strengthen your mind. Discipline beats strategy every time, because it is the mechanism that ensures the best opportunities are executed. Mistakes are minimized and risk is surgically managed. Strategies don't magically make profits. Disciplined execution does. The question you must answer for yourself is simple and profound. Are you trading your strategy, or are you trading your emotions? The answer will define your success. Consistency is not about finding the perfect blend of indicators. It is about creating a system that your mind can follow without hesitation. Traders fail because they seek complexity, believing success is hidden in some secret knowledge. The truth is harder and simpler. Success comes from disciplined repetition. Each trade is not about being right. It is about executing a plan with precision, regardless of emotion, outcome, or recent history. The challenge is that the human brain is wired to seek immediate rewards and avoid immediate pain. Trading exploits this wiring relentlessly. Discipline provides the necessary framework to resist these impulses. It transforms you from a reactive player into a proactive strategist, the single trait separating the consistent winners from the repeated losers. The disciplined trader accepts the inherent uncertainty, follows their edge, and moves on without emotional attachment. When you detach from the desperate need to be right, your clarity becomes your edge. Discipline enforces strict risk protocols, ensuring that positions are never too large and leverage is responsibly controlled. These protocols are rooted in logic, not ego. Losses are accepted as a statistical part of the system, not personal failures. This foundational consistency allows a simple strategy to become profoundly profitable over time. Patience remains the core component. The market moves on its own geological clock. Undisciplined traders feel compelled to act constantly, forcing setups that are not valid. Discipline trains you to wait, observe, and execute only when conditions are optimal. The difference between catching the perfect trade and impulsively entering a loss. Emotional resilience is the natural companion to this discipline. Losing streaks are inevitable. The disciplined trader treats each trade as part of a larger process, maintaining an unwavering faith in the long-term efficacy of the system. This resilience is the invisible force that allows growth to continue even when others quit. Routine is the silent amplifier of discipline. Successful traders adhere to a structured daily framework: pre-market analysis, defined entry and exit criteria, position sizing, and post-market review. Routines minimize subjective decision-making. When your process is standardized, emotions lose their leverage. Discipline shifts from a constant internal battle to the natural state of operation. The trader acts correctly by default, not by force. Reflection is the final, essential mechanism. Every trade is a feedback loop. Discipline requires honest self-analysis, identifying errors, recognizing behavioral patterns, and refining the approach. Journaling transforms emotional impulses into concrete, actionable lessons. Discipline ensures that learning is structured and continuous, turning trading from trial and error chaos into a process of scientific mastery. In the end, discipline is the unshakable cornerstone of success. Strategies provide the map, but only discipline provides the engine. It governs emotions, enforces risk, builds resilience, and transforms routine into automatic, profitable action. Without it, the best strategy is doomed. With it, even the simplest approach can generate extraordinary results. The market will always test you. It will always dangle half-formed setups and tempt you with the rush of quick action. But those who cultivate discipline create a consistent edge. The question is not whether you have the right strategy, but whether you have the discipline to follow it consistently. Ask yourself now, are you acting on your plan with unwavering discipline? Or are your emotions still running the show? Discipline is the lifeline. It means showing up every day with the same focus, controlling impulses, and following rules regardless of emotions. It ensures your actions are always aligned with your edge and your long-term objectives. Emotional resilience is what allows you to wake up the day after a crushing loss and still approach the market with a clear mind. Trading will hurt you. You will have losing streaks. You will see profits vanish. The traders who last are not those who avoid the pain. They are the ones who can absorb the pain and keep moving forward. Building resilience means detaching your self-worth from your trading results. A losing trade does not make you a loser. It is a business expense in a game of probabilities. Resilience is built through preparation. Mentally rehearse all possible outcomes before you trade. Train your mind to accept both a win and a loss, which significantly reduces emotional shock. Risk management plays a huge role. If one loss can destroy your day, you are risking too much. Lower the risk until a loss feels like paying a small, manageable fee. The traders who win in the long run are not the ones with the perfect strategy. They are the ones who can survive the storms without losing control. When discipline feels like a prison, remember this. The rules that feel like chains now will one day be the rules that set you free. You will never control the market, but you can control yourself. That is the one simple truth that changes everything. You stop obsessing over perfection and start focusing on execution, process, and consistency. Like a casino, you focus on running the game long enough for your statistical edge to show up. The moment you master discipline, you stop chasing the market, and the market starts rewarding you. The final truth: discipline will always beat strategy every single time, because the moment you master yourself, you stop fighting the market and begin to win.